Boys, are we ready here? Are we ready to do some chalk talk here this evening? I'm fired up for this one, man. There's a lot.
Get ready to go.
There you go. We are ready, Ben, sir. So we've got 18 plays we're going to be breaking down. We're going to try to go fast so it doesn't run too far over, and I don't get in trouble with the misses. You guys just confirm that you can hear this or see this for me. Can y'all good there? All right. All right. We'll try to get it zoomed in a little bit more if possible. I'll tell you, sometimes it gets a little funky out here. Let's see. Is that any better? It is not, is it? Right there, probably about the best we can. All right. So here's the deal. With the internet here lately, right, here at my place, it's been, you remember the other night I dropped off on the live stream? What's going on is the internet will temporarily lose connection for whatever reason. It usually lasts about 3 or 4 minutes and it comes back. So if that happens, you guys just keep talking. I'll see if I can hop back in here. Usually when it happens, it doesn't do it back-to-back times. So again, the extension cord running out of the holler here just needs
to get the squirrels off that thing, Clay. Come on.
I'm telling you. All right, so here we go, guys. Chalk Talk Week 15 against the Denver Broncos. Dropped a tough one on the road, 34-26. The middle eight. Green Bay wins the middle eight, 17-7. Denver ends up winning the turnover differential 2-1. That ends up being essentially the difference in the game, in my opinion. So we got 18 plays to break down. We're going to pick up with a positive here. First quarter, 11:46 left, 0-0, 3rd and 1 at Green Bay's 49-yard line, so right at midfield. This is Micah Parsons playing the 4-eye position, playing defensive tackle. I thought he didn't play the run well, guys.
Here's the guy.
This is just going to be a little inside run here, and Micah's going to take care of the whole thing. Look how small he looks up there on that front with everybody else. And it's just wild to watch him blow people up on the line of scrimmage. It's a 4-3 look. I call this 4-3 flat, where you've got backers walked up on both sides. Essentially, we used to call it flat line. So it's almost like a goal line formation, right, out of a 4-3 base. But here we go. This is a 3rd and 1. Huge play early on for sure. Let's roll the tape. Watch Micah up top. Like a damn animal, man. I can't wait till we get him back next year. So, look, he's already – in the gap, taking on that bit. Look at the guard or the tackle cannot move him at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just stout at the point of attack. Look at him, fight him off, grab the ball carrier, strip the ball, force fumble, Packers ball. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Edgerrin Cooper that might have recovered that if I remember correctly. But watch him right here. Watch Micah on this play right here. You're talking about this is a speed rusher playing defensive tackle. And again, this is a 4-eye. Some will call it a 3. I would call it a 4-eye. He's kind of on the inside shoulder of the tackle here, and watch him battle through, hold the point of attack on 1 foot, essentially, strip the ball. Great play there by Micah Parsons. Boys, I thought he couldn't play the run.
I thought so too. Crazy because they had the leverage and the hat count over there and everything. The only other thing they didn't account for is Micah having the leverage on that tackle. Look how low he's able to get. Stand the dude vertically up. Where's your power? And just, put him on a highlight reel right there.
Yeah, great play here. So really nothing fancy about it. It's just Micah holding the point. He's literally bench pressing a 300-pound lineman backwards. Notice how watch the lineman go backwards there. It's just wild. So
that's crazy. Hands too. We talk about Micah's speed, with his footwork, but you see the hands too.
Mm-hmm.
Off and on, not grabbing. Quick engagement, quick disengagement, and then off to the ball carrier, and then making a play. Just incredible.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jake.
No, Tim, that's basically what I was going to say. This is like textbook what you should teach. Even what's crazy is any member on the D-line, let alone a guy that's supposed to be an edge rusher, coming inside, engaging, like to Milo's point, doing the leverage, ripping past the block, engaging the ball carrier, and then ripping the ball out. Like, what more do you want him to do? He didn't recover it. I guess that's his only, he didn't recover it.
Yeah.
What a bomb.
Yeah,
so there you go. That's how you start the game off. As soon as we got that turnover, I went, bam, there we go, baby. +1. Turnover differential. Let's put this thing to bed early, right? So Green Bay would end up getting a field goal out of that. Green Bay goes up 3-0. Now let's fast forward. First quarter, 4:10 left. Green Bay up 3-0. 2nd and 8 from their own 5. This is Jordan Love, the Luke Musgrave. Call out the mistakes as we go, guys. If I miss something or I misspeak here, we got 12 ace nasty, strong left, twins right, cross corners mesh. When I seen cross corners mesh together, I went, oh my goodness, Matt LaFleur in his bag. And then we got a T swing off to the right as well. So again, the T swing, you guys know what it is. The running back just going to run a little swing route here. When we go cross corners, essentially what we got with the mesh is the U and the Z running mesh. So you got Christian Watson underneath running the shallow, and you've got the U underneath running the shallow, right? So they're looking to mesh in the middle here. You're trying to run these guys into each other. Remember, we talked all week, if they play outside leverage, then you're going to run cross corners. If they play inside leverage, run cross, or if they play inside leverage, run cross corners. If they play outside leverage, run crossers. Well, here you see it's probably choice route aspect, but what you got is with the cross corners is Dobby, cross corner, and then here with the Y, same thing, Luke Musgrave, cross corner. And he was running butt naked through the trailer park. If Jordan Love is protected a little bit longer, he can get this ball in stride to Luke Musgrave. Watch how much space he's got. This is Matt LaFleur absolutely scheming it up right here. So look at the cross corner, put the foot in the ground. Look at Musgrave right now. Look at that. All that space out here. Look at all this out here, boys. Now, again, Jordan's already getting hit. The ball's kind of on the way, so he had to rush it a bit, right, to get that thing out of there. Musgrave does a great job kind of laying out and making the grab. You'd love to see him continue running in that direction and catch that in stride, but at the same time, he kind of gets flat knowing it's all space, right, and then has to make an adjustment on the ball to kind of lay out for it. I'm just glad he caught it, to be honest with you. But you guys, you see what I'm talking about with cross corner and mesh?
Yeah, this is Matt LaFleur scheming guys open, textbook.
Yeah, love it. And again, watch Jordan. This is why Jordan couldn't put a better ball on him. He feels that pressure. Had to kind of short arm it there at the end, right?
Sean Ryan, unbelievable.
I was gonna say, what are our thoughts on Sean Ryan?
Just die a little bit slower there. Need another half second there. I'll
tell you who else had a bad game, boys. I hate to do it to him, but this guy right here, pass protection, it was ugly. Every single play, I was like, God, whose guy was that? Oh no, that's painful. So again, yeah, Sean Ryan, you got to, like you said, Emilio, die a little bit slower.
Just can't get across the face. If you're snapping at dudes on your left shoulder, you just can't get your face crossed and still get beat in the same motion. I bet Musgrave probably brings it. I mean, he almost could probably take it to the house. I'd love to see him in an open foot race with the ball. And you know what I mean? Like, give him a chance to run down the sideline and outrun people, because I bet he probably make it there.
I feel like that little extra hitch. I wonder if Jordan was thinking of hammering that under to scoot right here coming across, and then he just picked the go ball up top in the open space.
Right.
Once you decide on cross corner, it kind of becomes a high-low read.
High-low read,
you're hitting second windows. Yeah. Go ahead, Jacob. What were you going to say, bub?
No, I agree exactly with that. I kind of thought what Tim was thinking, that at the last second he's like, oh, I got a guy running naked through the trailer park, so let's just try to. And I really do think that Musgrave, he does house that. I mean, we forget how much of an athlete he is.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right, Clay. I'm sorry, Sean Ryan. Just move over to the right a little bit and just send the guy into Banks, because the dude was just –
Banks was looking for something to do.
I think that happened to Belton later in the game too, where man was just like, you don't get a hand on anybody. And it's tough, right? However you're picking your protection or setting it or whatever, but
yeah, he's looking.
At least he stayed home and didn't get ineligible downfield and screw it up for us. So we'll take that.
Banksy looked like me in the kitchen looking for those little Debbie Christmas tree cakes.
Where maybe put them on top of the fridge? No.
Yeah, she's hiding it from my old piece ass. That's what she's doing. That's exactly what's going on. So yeah, again, Jordan. It's easy to look at that and go, oh, you got to throw a better ball. And then you watch the protection back. It's like, oh, boy, you just do the best you can with that particular situation. So, again, that's an explosive play, though. Let's fast forward now. First quarter, 3:23 left. You mark these off as we go or we'll get mixed up. 3:23 left. Green Bay up 3-0. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Romeo Dobbs. This was the Jacob Morley sicko throw of the week. The play call is 12 ace dub nasty. You cheat the H, 24 fake max protect, 65 Y leak. And let's talk about what the motion does here. 12 ace nasty, right? We're going to dub nasty look here. So you got a 2x2 set. Now watch the U is going to cheat to the H position in the I formation, essentially, right? And he doesn't really come set. It's a cheat motion. When they snap the ball, essentially he would be somewhere around where the fullback would be or the H back would be in an I. We're going to go 24 fake, right, which is going to be B gap right. You could see A gap right as well. It's an inside zone fake, essentially. We're going max protect with the H and the T. They're going to stay in and block. And then 65 is your route numbers on the route tree. Okay, 6 is going to be a dig, so the Z is going to run a dig, and then you're going to have the Z. Actually, I've got him listed as the Z because of the U. I probably got that mixed up there, to be honest with you. Of course, Romeo typically does play the X down here, but we'll just roll with it. So you're going to have a dig, right, and then the the X is going to run an out. Okay. Z digs up top, and then the X is going to run an out, if I remember correctly. So you're going like this right here is essentially what you got. That's the 65. And with the Y leak is going to be a chip. And at the last second, he's going to look to get underneath, right? Again, it's going to be a 24 fake, B gap right fake. And notice the cheat motion just to set up a little max protect. Everybody in there help sell off the edge. Great job by Emmanuel Wilson just buying a little time. There you see the dig setting up. Jordan, for whatever reason, he comes off the dig. I kind of wish he was stuck with it there, right here. That looks like it'd be the safer throw, although 47 is starting to get a little depth there. So maybe that's what he's seen. And then he looks at Rome and goes, you know what? When I see the back of the numbers, right, the number on the back of the plate, just like Aaron Rodgers used to do, hum it right by their ear, right? And you see just throws it up. Look at Dobbs making a great adjustment. That reminds me of the throw in Pittsburgh. You guys remember that play in Pittsburgh this year?
Yes, sir.
Just throwing a guy open. You can really see it from the end zone cam here, though.
I just caught the ball.
So let's watch it. There's your fake, right? Emmanuel Wilson picked up the protection as much as he could. Jordan Love off the back foot. Look at the placement of that ball, boys. That's elite arm talent. When we talk about elite arm talent, that's what we're talking about. You're talking about a fadeaway throw outside and still puts it right on the freaking money. Just wild.
Great job by Emmanuel Wilson getting enough of a chip there, too, to buy him that time there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you think Fitzpatrick should have had more man-on-man with that guy so that Wilson doesn't have to just kind of make a last-ditch effort chip there? Because if you watch Fitzy –
yeah, if you know Emmanuel Wilson's helping in the protection, you always want to err on the side inside as opposed to out. Is how they teach it. But I can understand what you're saying there. Hindsight being 2020, they probably told him, hey, look, you had plenty of hats in the middle. Probably need to fan out and help a little bit there.
Also, that was what's his name, right?
Yep.
I can't remember. I already forgot. Their star edge rusher, so you probably want a couple hats on them. Make sure
Benito.
Thank you, Benito. Yeah. You probably want to make sure that you got a couple hats on him, but yeah, it looks almost like a wham play where he's getting a little depth and then coming back upfield, but you got to make sure you get the ball snapped before he's heading forward.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You're right, though, Clay. Elite ball placement by Jordan here. This is either a completion or it's incomplete going out of bounds. Real safe throw into coverage.
Yeah, for sure. And again, man, this is one of those, I personally don't like this concept where you just got to dig in the out, essentially. I don't like that, but they're expecting everybody to kind of clamp up, probably hit the dig over the middle and get some yak, I would imagine. But again, man, it's just a kind of a tough look. Right there, you can see why Jordan didn't want to dump that thing. He had those two rat defenders underneath, but great throw there to Romeo Dobbs. Kind of made something out of nothing. I personally didn't like the concept, though. So, again, though, that's 26 yards. That would lead to another Green Bay field goal. So now Green Bay leads 6-0. Second quarter, 8:19 left. 3rd and 3 at Green Bay's 20-yard line. This is the Bo Nix touchdown pass to Bandy, which makes it Denver 7, Green Bay 6. Let's talk about what goes wrong on this play, and I want everybody to help me kind of dissect this here. Tell me if you see the same thing. We got a nickel 3-3-5. We're going 55 joker, guys. Look at this. So we got a little joker look playing what we call joker 2. He's playing a 2-tech. So he's not in that A gap, right? Playing a 1-tech. So we got 55 joker 2, 29 spur, which is going to be the curl flat at the bottom. You see 29 rotating down late. He's going to be looking to play the curl/flat right here, right? He's kind of in this area here. I think it's cover 3 sky. Typically, we cover 3 sky. The corners cover deep third, post, deep center, and then the safety that's buzzing the box will go, like I said, to the curl flat down here. That's what it looks like to me. So, again, nickel 3-3-5, 55 joker 1, 29 spur, cover 3 sky. And let's roll the tape. And I'm almost positive it's not match on this play. It's just simply spot drop. That looks like spot drop to me so far, right? You guys agree? So here's the problem. You guys know I love my boy Carrington. What the hell are you doing sprinting in here, bub? This is your area out here. And I understand you want to help. You want to go looking for work, but they're looking to create this separation here. So rolling it back, it's easy to go, oh, Bullard got out of position. Bullard should be over here a little bit more too, don't get me wrong. But Carrington should have been over here playing this thing down, in my opinion, because there's no match here. Emilio, I don't see any match at all. Do you?
No, it almost looks like they got a flood concept, and then they were just like, screw it, I'm going to throw a drag the opposite way just in case everyone, is hammering it. And, yeah, you're overloading it. You got, you got a spot route in the middle there. You got 2 curls that just kind of sit down, and you worry, you forget because you're worried about the guy that just stopped right in front of you. You worry about the dude crossing your face. But, yeah, I think Carrington he should at least be on the numbers. I don't need you on the inside hash there.
Yeah. And again, we get mad when people don't go looking for work, but this is the byproduct of going looking for work, right? I mean, you've got to be able to anticipate any of that stuff underneath, right? Like you've got to know Quay's got the curl there, the slur or whatever it is, right? He's got that covered. Don't worry about that with number one. You got to get to your spot over there. It was just way too late.
At near the end of the play, when Quay collapses down on the little drag that stopped on the curl, that would have been open for over the top, right over his head. That guy on the hash marks, but no, I think you just got a little bit too inside.
Yeah. So and Jeff Hafley's defense here too. Obviously calling a defensive plays. We called a ton of spot drop. We called a ton of match. We called man coverage. You're going to see every defense get burnt that we called essentially. So. He was trying a little bit of everything there. You see Micah kind of flushing Bo Nix out. Great throw on the run there, too, by Bo. Bo's a hell of a quarterback, man. He really is.
And then you put Bullard in the spot, right, Jacob, where am I running after the quarterback or am I going to play the pass?
Right, exactly. And you got to kind of do it in between, right? So, and he's expecting Carrington to be over there, too. Watch his reaction at the end. You'll kind of notice he's probably a little more aggressive to take Bo. Like, okay, if we give that flat, Carrington should be over there. No, Carrington's out of spot, right? So that's why Bull's kind of like, what the heck just happened? Mm-hmm. So, again, it's tough. It's a tough look, but, that's how you beat zone, though, right, is you create these concepts to get them to sit in space, and you got another guy who's got momentum carrying out of that zone. Does that make sense?
Yep.
You're always looking to overload those zones as well. So, obviously, that touchdown gives Denver a 7-6 lead. Let's go now. Second quarter, 7:30 left. Denver up 7-6. 3rd and 3 from their own 32-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Jaden Reed for 29 yards. All right. Here's the call. 11 gun, dub nasty, Y flex 1, F shift the bunch out. We're going switch smash, which we've seen this twice on this tape. I think 2 times. It makes chalk talk here. Switch smash. We'll talk about what that means. And then X dig. Again, the play call. 11 gun, dub nasty, Y flex 1, F shift the bunch out. Switch smash X dig. So again, the F is going to motion over. That's the F shift, which is the F is Jaden Reed. Surprise, surprise, right? He's going to settle in at the number 1 spot out here outside. So essentially what he's going to do is run an out, right? He's going to get out here and just run a little quick out. And then you've got the switch smash concept, where smash is you've got a corner and a curl. So they're going to switch. So what's going to happen is Musgrave's going to go down and run the corner route. I love that they got Musgrave running crossers and corners. I love that, right? And then, of course, underneath, you're going to have Christian Watson sit down. That's a smash concept. Curl with a corner over top of it, and then, of course, you're attacking over here. It's like a mini flood concept like Emilio was just talking about, and essentially what you're looking to do is it's a high-low read. If you're Jordan, you're looking, okay, probably corner first, come back to the curl, maybe hammer the out in between if you get a side adjustment there. And then, of course, the X is just going to run what we say a dig. So the X up here, Dobby, is just going to run a dig coming across. So it's like if you eliminated the curl and the quick out on the left side, you essentially have what we call a not dagger, but what is it? Strike concept, where you got a deep route on one side and a dig or a crosser from the other side of the field, right? So you've got a little dagger approach. You could call that F out. You could go F out, Z sit, and then you could call it, like we said, the strike. So you could just mix in strike if you want to. There's a number of different ways that you can call these out. And then, of course, with the T, I think the T might be staying in on this play. I can't remember. It doesn't even matter. He's going to hit Jaden Reed here, but watch everything separate. Look at Christian Watson. Look at the attention he draws. Everybody's got their eyes on number 9. They're like, where's he at? What's he doing? This guy kind of peeking too as he's carrying the corner, right? So everybody is focused here and here. You can see the safety where his eyes are, and there is nobody that goes with Jaden Reed at the bottom. And Jordan does a great job just reading that out, reading technique, catching everything underneath. And, of course, Jaden Reed's going to do what he does. That makes sense?
Yeah, that was Patrick Surtain there peeking, right?
I think so.
One of the best in the biz, trying to make sure they don't get torched by Scoot. And then, it opens it up for Bird, and then Bird doing what he does with the footwork here with the yak. Got to love it.
Yeah. I will say this about the yak, since you brought it up, and Jacob, I'm sure you'll notice it here. Watch how he turns back to his left. That's so hard to do as a receiver. Spin back in.
Yeah.
He's
That's
so good at
perfect.
what he does, man.
Especially that close to the boundary like that. One false move and you're out of bounds.
Yeah.
Emilio,
you seen anything different here, man?
Yeah, I love it. That speed out was kind of what we got Christian on the first play of the game too. Get him in motion, already moving. You get to see what the defense is in with that. Them already being in a coffee house look, double mug. Are they both coming? Who's dropping? And then you're able to sort of make your decision right there. They're still trying to communicate with that motion that came over. It's too late at that point. Speed outs are almost impossible to stop unless you're sitting on a hard flat right there in front of it. Good timing, good rep. That's just a connection with your quarterback receiver. And then on the end zone cam, Chris Brooks picking up that stunt twist inside was killer, man. Saved life right there. 99 is going to all the way around on Sean Ryan's face here, and just what a pickup. Look at him look around, find work, and save your 200 mils right there, and don't let him get hit, man.
I think LaFleur asked Jaden Reed to go out of bounds.
You think he asked him to go out of bounds? Is that what you said, Jacob?
Just watch. I mean, Jaden, I love you, brother, but just come on. We're in a situation here. He's like, screw you. Throws the shoulder.
Yeah, I felt like that last week too, Jacob. It's like, man, can we please just get out of bounds? Like, don't take any hits you don't need to. But that's Bird though. Bird's tougher than $2.
I was going to say, did you hear him? I think it was his interview or something. Maybe it was a clip, but he's like, no, I wanted to go out there and get that first hit off. I needed something. It's been a little bit, and
that's in that new collarbone, right?
Yeah, just see how it's working, right, Tim?
Love it. Got to test the screws. Not those kind of screws, Jacob. So here we go. Next play. We're going to go second quarter, 4:29 left. Denver's up 7-6. 3rd and goal at Denver's 14-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Josh Jacobs, 14-yard touchdown, going to give Green Bay a 13-7 lead. Notice the split over here, guys. Look what's going on here. I remember earlier in the year, they lined up in this split. Ball was snapped, and Jordan just pitched it out to Josh Jacobs. So you've got that on tape, and it kind of made me wonder, is that what they're expecting here, right? They're kind of keying in the backfield a little bit. This guy's probably a little more hesitant at going after the quarterback because you had that pitch on tape earlier this year. Matt LaFleur always comes back to this stuff, right? So here's the play call. 11 gun, Trey left, switch smash again, right? Y leak, X dig, T fade. The fact that we ran a non-fade with the running back here, I absolutely love. So see if we can break this down. The Trey left, you guys know what it means. 3 to the left, one of which is a tight end that's attached. You don't ever mention the number of the tight end, where he's lining up in the position, if he's at the traditional tight end position. If he was out here, then we would say Trey left, Y flex 2, right? Or Trey left, Y flex 1, wherever he's lining up at. But the switch smash, the 1 is going to run the curl. So they're going to kind of, once again, do like we talked about earlier, okay? So the 1 is going to run a curl here, all right? The 2 is going to run a corner route, and that's Jaden Reed going to the corner over here. And then we got the X running the dig, once again, going to kind of clear things out. And you'll notice at the end, Matthew Golden is the X here, playing the dig, right? So, again, remember what we talked about? Think of a world where Romeo Doubs isn't a Packer. I'm telling you, Matthew Golden's going to be your X receiver. That's what I'm seeing more and more every week. This is what we're talking about. So obviously Romeo got a play off here. And then, of course, you got the Y leak fade. So it's the same concept we had earlier. But remember, earlier you had cheat motion with Jaden Reed running the quick out, right? And then here you got a little chip and then underneath. So essentially you still got the switch smash with a Y flat out of the leak. And then, of course, the ball is actually going to go to our boy Josh Jacobs. Some will call it a wheel route. To me, it just looks like a non-fade up here in the corner. What a beautiful ball by Jordan Love. This is textbook right here. This is just arm talent. So Jordan going to look left, right? Watch the dig. He's going to pick up the dig right now. He's peeking the dig. He's peeking all this action right here, okay? Notice they're focused on the middle a little bit more. Josh Jacobs is going to look to create separation. As soon as our boy clears that defender out, Jacobs is gone. Look at Jordan's already delivering the football, man.
Yep.
That is beautiful.
We saw Josh put that left foot in the turf. He's letting that ball fly.
Yeah. It was a heck of a throw and catch, man. Watch it again.
Great route by a running back right here, looking like a wide receiver.
Yeah, the hands is what got me. It's just late hands, both feet in. Like there's receivers on this team that can't do that, you know?
Yep.
Josh Jacobs is just, I'm telling you, he's irreplaceable. He really is, man.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but before he came to Green Bay, he had never had a receiving touchdown, right?
That's right.
So
that's correct.
It's like we didn't see this on tape necessarily, at least from freaking.
Well, we didn't see him in a Tupac LaFleur offense yet.
Hey, that's
true.
true.
Jacob, he was saying in his presser, he was like, "No, I've been telling coach that I want that, man. I need that ball. I'm ready to run that route. You get it against Greenlaw, good defender. Come on now."
Dude, that is a
some of the
perfect
best pass pro we saw all night too from our O-line on that play.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and the thing is, this was all over the Alabama tape, but when he got to the NFL, they just didn't use Josh Jacobs like that out in Vegas. They didn't throw him the ball much, right? Or at least not around the end zone anyway. So.
And this was where we lost Zach Tom too at the top of the play there. You lost him there. So
that right.
Brutal. You get it. You get 7, but you lose your boy. Man, he got crisscrossed too. His feet got kind of crossed over there. And
looks like a cleat hung up in the turf or something on him.
Yeah, it could have been. And he's listed with a back injury too. Am I thinking right, guys? Is it some kind of back or something? Am I thinking?
Or is it the oblique still?
Yeah, it could be. Could be. So, all right, there you go. Now, like I said, Green Bay's up 13-7 now. Let's fast forward second quarter, 3:58. So we're in the middle late. Green Bay's up 13-7, 2nd and 2 at their own 36-yard line. This is Bo Nix to Cortland Sutton for 42 yards. This would lead to a Denver 5-yard touchdown pass, which would make it 14-3 and make the middle late really interesting there for a second. The play call, I believe, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, tell me if you see it different. I got a nickel 4-2-5. We're going 29 spur, all right? And then we're going to cover 3 match. So a cover 3 match, it's if and then, right? Like a normal cover 3 here, if you're playing cover 3 buzz, then McKinney's just going to sit right here. This guy's deep third spot drop, deep third spot drop, deep third spot drop, right? That's typically what you got there with cover 3 buzz. But notice if and then with match, if the 2 goes vertical beyond 8 yards, it could be whatever, anything beyond 8 yards, this now becomes man coverage. So that's why I think it is cover 3 match. So if that's the case, same thing down here. Keyshawn has got to play this over. He's got to play it top down. You cannot get beat over the top because, again, center field safety, right? If he goes vertical, it becomes man coverage anyway, right? If he doesn't go vertical, your responsibility is to fall off because the one, if and then the one goes versus man coverage. If he doesn't, you got to be back here looking for work in the deep third. That's cover 3 match. Watch what Key does. And he learned this from Jair Alexander. Damn it. Watch what happens right here. Going to give him a little, right? And look at him jump it. And just a subtle pump fake, ball game. Just cook.
Right? You're already beat right there. It's over.
And to me, that's what tells me it's match right there. Does that make sense, Emilio? Do you see that the same way? The fact that McKinney is running with the 2 there, he's kind of
run it back one more time because it does look like it for sure. Because the only one that was giving me hesitation was Bull. Bull left the inside guy to go to the outside guy at the top of the screen there. But yeah, I think you are probably right just because of how flat he went there. But yeah, X carrying him, he's he knows we're not getting beat over here.
Yeah, and for me, if it is cover 3 match, Bull is not going to carry that 2 regardless.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If there's a 3, things change, but the 3 is technically the running back. So what it is McKinney would pick up the 2 if and then.
Because Bull still got to get to his spot over there anyway, and then whoever's in your spot at that point match up at that point. But yeah, you got to carry the vertical threat. Obviously, everything underneath you'd rather have him take. That's why you're upset with Key for biting on that. Dude, at this point, just keep it in front of you for 2 minutes. We're at 2nd down, a 5-yard out. If they get 5 yards, all right, fine. Let's rerun it. But
yeah, I wonder if that's what Key was thinking. Like, did Key think he was running a curl or something? And
he definitely, yeah. But that's the thing, Tim, within this defense, with the cover 3 match, you cannot just assume, oh, that's a curl, I'm jumping it, because there's nothing in your responsibility in cover 3 match when you're on the outside playing a cover 3 sky match, essentially. There's nothing in your responsibility that says jump the underneath. That's what I was saying about Ja. Ja was bad about that. Like, out of hell what the call is. I know what I'm seeing. I'm going after it. And it's all over the tape with Key. Just like it was all over the tape with John, he kept getting cooked last year. So there's going to be teams that are going to continue to do this. Don't be surprised if Ben Johnson throws a pump fake at Key this week. Do not be surprised.
Well, because even on top of that, Clay, what if X didn't carry vertically? That's still Key's responsibility. Key would have to be covering 2 guys right now if X didn't carry vertically.
Yeah,
that's the defense. We can't be letting that happen either. Regardless, X is supposed to be at the 40 right now.
Right. So what Emilio's saying is if it is cover 3 match, and again, we're not in the meeting room, but it looks like everything is screaming cover 3 match. If this guy goes vert, right, then obviously it's McKinney. Okay. Well, let's say that this guy does play underneath, okay, and then the 2 goes vert. What you got is outside leverage essentially becomes double coverage. You let this guy go underneath, and then you rally to the football, right? But if the 2 goes vert here, okay, and again, he didn't go completely vert, right? Yeah, well, I guess he did. He kind of threw a little outside move on him right there. It's just everything about it screams you should not jump that route. You just shouldn't. Now, if it's man coverage, that's different. But again, there's nobody else on this defense playing man coverage, right? Like you don't see it anywhere. Again, you've seen Bull leave his post. This looks like man coverage because, again, it's match on the outside, in my opinion. So that's kind of what it looks like to me. And again, without being in the meeting room, this could have been a lock play too, right, Emilio? They could have said, hey, Key, you're going to play lock on him. I doubt it. I doubt they said, Keyshawn, go play lock man, and everybody else play cover 3. What do they call that, Willie or whatever?
Cover 6 Willie, Clay. Cover 6 Willie.
So, yeah.
But on top of that, look at the top of the screen. Honestly, it might have been a blown coverage, Tim, right? It didn't look pretty. I think they probably had 3 guys open on that play.
I thought the same thing, but here's why. Here's the reason I came away from it feeling different. Notice he's got to cover deep third, right? So if this guy does break off, this is now man coverage. So this 2, if he goes deep, that is on Evan Williams.
Right.
Okay, that now becomes match. But watch, he's got his eyes on him right now. So why does he break off and leave him open? Watch when the quarterback releases the ball.
Ball's already out.
Look, right here, ball's already out.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So if Bo's stepping up, sliding, then I bet McKinney. And also McKinney bit on the pump fake a little bit too, right? You can kind of see that. And it's a subtle pump. You'll see it with the end zone cams. You're right there, just a little.
Yeah.
You know, people think you got to do the full Brett Favre full motion. You know, no, you can just do a little with your shoulders. They're taught to read your shoulders like that. Read the stripe of your helmet. You'll see it real good right here. Watch Bo Nix. Don't focus on anything but Bo. Right there. See it? That's all it takes. He opens them shoulders up, right? Pump. It's over. Just got to be more disciplined than that on the outside for sure, man.
Yeah, and especially going into this week, right? If Key thought, hey, we have Micah, he's going to get there in time, cool. We just don't have that. We're not Micah now. Not saying we have a problem at D-line. I think we got some dogs down there. It's just you're going to have to maybe cover for another half second, give him a chance to get there, right? We just don't have that 2.4 second sack right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you got now is that was a 42-yard gain, explosive play, triples your chances of scoring on that drive. Denver would go on and have a 5-yard touchdown pass that made it 14-13 Denver. Green Bay would come back down the field, get a field goal, so now Green Bay leads 16-14. So now we fast forward third quarter, 13:59 left. Green Bay's up 16-14, 1st and 10 at Denver's 40-yard line. This is the Josh Jacobs 40-yard touchdown run. You guys are going to love Bo Melton on this play. I'm pretty sure it's Bo right here. You get a little blocky here, man. This is kind of nice seeing Bo out there blocking. So we got 12 ace, nasty, strong right. I think this is just 21 duo. What you're going to see is double teams across the board. I want to say you got a double here and maybe a double here. But again, you've got 2 double teams, and we're going to be looking to go 21, which is A gap left is the aiming point, right? Actually, was there a little counter footwork there, Emilio? There was, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Little either counter. No, I think he was just getting readjusted.
Just getting some space. Okay.
Maybe a slam. Maybe, get him outside, get one step out, and then get vertical.
Yeah. And now you see the double here, right? These guys are doing work over here, right? Same here, holding the point of attack. And then watch Jacobs here. They play it pretty good. Watch him set them up. This is what's crazy about Josh Jacobs. I love his patience. Watch this defender here. He's reading Josh Jacobs. Gets pulled completely inside, right? And then we're off to the races, bounce it out, bang.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, look at our boy Bo right here. Tim, you're going to love this. Watch Bo Melton. Get your little ass on the ground, boy. Boom.
Two guys.
Yeah, Two guys. From behind there, right?
I love it.
Great job, man.
Yeah, Bo got in the way, seals the block and then finished off the second defender inadvertently. And I'll block you right into him. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And like you said, Josh Jacobs' patience as a ball carrier, right? Right here hitting the hole. Little stutter step. I'm out of there. I mean, we've seen guys that'll run right at that gap and the play's blown up. The patience and the ball carrier vision is what made that work.
Bates with the bow lock. Let's go. I like that, Bates. That's smooth. And you saw Romeo on the sideline cam. You saw him pointing out, hey, Mark, you're taking him. I got this. He's running like this, just shooting the pistols in the air as he's running down the field.
Absolutely. Holy cow. You know what I think I just saw, boys? I could be wrong here. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Do we got Musgrave on this play? Let's watch. Where's Musgrave? Is that Musgrave right here?
Did you put some respect on his name?
Yeah.
Watch him.
I don't know. Let me see.
Watch our boy. Watch our boy finish. Get your ass on the ground. Let's go. Let's go, Luke.
Okay.
Said I don't need you.
We saw him finish a block, and we saw him run through an MFer's face. I like it. Tucker Kraft is having an impact on that tight end room, even though he's not available.
Stat I heard, Tim, it was like the Rams ran 43 plays. I think Greg Cosell was saying 43 plays and 13 personnel. Imagine this last game. Imagine if we get a 13 personnel. I mean, our offense isn't quite built like the Rams. We have a lot of wide receivers, but being able to get into a 12 or a 13 with two solid tight ends, we're moving.
Yeah,
I agree. I wish we had 3 tight ends. Do we have 3 tight ends?
Yeah.
Not this week. a little light in the loafers this week. So, again, Green Bay up 23-14 now after that Josh Jacobs touchdown. So here's where things fall apart. If I were to tell you Green Bay's leading by 2 scores, you won the middle 8, and the turnover differential is tied at 1. No, you're winning the turnover differential 1-0 at this point, right? If I were to tell you that at 12:55 left in the third quarter, you probably think, well, I really like our chances of winning this ball game, right? So what happens? 1st and 10, Green Bay's up 23-14. There's 12:55 left in the third from your own 19-yard line.
I don't want to watch this. Do we have
come out on first down and you throw a shot play, right? It's like, all right, throw the throttle down. Now, if we hit it, we're going, Matt LaFleur's a psycho. I love it. Instead, it turns out to be an interception, right? So this is the interception play. So we got 12 ace, dub nasty, 21 fake, 84 leaks, T stab. All right. So with the 84 leaks, the 8 is a post. It's more of a skinny than a traditional post. So Scoot's just going to kind of get vertical and bend inside here. Okay. And then the 4 is going to be an X running a curl on this side. Okay. So that's your 84. And then with leaks, the tight ends are going to chip and leak in the flat, give a couple of check downs if you don't get what you want underneath. And then, of course, the T is just going to run a stab route and give you an underneath down here. So you've got 3 options, actually 4 options underneath, almost like a spacing concept on the right side. You got a flat on the left in case they overload right, and you're looking for single coverage on Scoot. So, again, I don't like the fact that we were overly aggressive and it essentially cost us the game. But the fact that you got Christian Watson one-on-one is exactly what you were looking for. So now it comes down to execution. There's the fake, right? And look, you've got Scoot sprinting down, and watch him run away from this defender too. If Jordan is able to put that ball where he's supposed to, he cooks Surtain. And we are talking today like, holy cow, Scoot just cooked the defensive player of the year, right? That's essentially what we're talking about. But instead, if you roll it back just a touch, watch the protection. There's somebody in his face already. Scoot or Jordan has to step up, and then gets smacked in the face right there, right? And you see when he lets go of the ball, he's kind of squared up because he knows I got to short arm this thing just to get rid of it because the pressure's getting to him.
You could tell he was not even able to step into it. He really couldn't even step into that throw with the pressure.
Yeah, and it's hard to see because the camera's so far away. Surtain makes a great play, don't get me wrong, but Emilio, Christian's got to make a better adjustment on that ball too. You can't just continue to coast and then just I'm going to reach back and grab it. Like you got to know that defender's bearing down, right? And I know he's expecting the ball to be out in front of him and just run under it, but Jordan did what he could there with the lack of protection. Again, all these answers that we're coming up with, all these problems, these faults on offense, we keep going, offensive line, right? You got people blaming Jordan. You got people blaming Christian. Very few people are going, actually, it's the O-line is what went wrong on this play. That makes sense.
I don't need to say it. Y'all already know. Once we get Mr. Glove back, we'll be in good shape. But, yeah, he doesn't even have a well. I mean, the man goes to drop back in this pass. He's got dude crossing his face already. Belton gets cooked. Okay, let me get past him. Hopefully I got Kennard and Muskie over here that can hold it down for 2 seconds. And then on top of that, Banks let the dude slip all the way across behind the center. Like, where are we going with this? And Christian – we would have been on him if he went up there and played defense and didn't try to catch it, right? Everyone was getting mad at him at the beginning of the year for when he played defense and stopped the pick. All right, cool. So then he goes, all right, I'm going to catch the next ones. And then we're like, okay, Christian, why didn't you play defense there? So it's like everyone, you're never going to get a perfect answer. If Jordan steps into that, if Jordan has a second to step into it and Banks doesn't let him get cracked, that's 6. And we're up by 3 scores on the 11-2 Broncos. 10 minutes to go in the third.
Yep.
And Banks, this is bad technique. Look at his hands. Like it allows the defensive lineman to grab his wrist, essentially. Watch him just grab his wrist. It's like, what are we doing, Bob? And then he tries to grab the outside of the shoulder pads.
Dude, if he could have held him for another half a second
we're talking about a 3-score lead. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Packers blowing out the Denver Broncos.
And it's not like Jordan didn't get just like nudged here. I mean, he got stuck. He opens up, Tim. He opens up his whole chest and goes, "That's for 9," and gets a helmet to the ribs.
Yep. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, Clay. He was like full on squared. I mean, that's like he threw that ball like he was, a shortstop trying to turn 2 or something. You can't really get anything behind it.
Yeah. Definitely. And again, Surtain made a great play. I don't want to take anything away from that, but it's just gotten to the point, man, where, listen, I'm going to say it, and I hate to say it because there's still football left, but in my opinion, you got to move on from Banks next year. Yeah. Like, I'm to that point. And you guys know I've been patient with this all year. It's like, come on, he was hurt in training camp. He's trying to get his feet under him, this and that. This just hasn't worked, man. It's every week. Am I wrong? Does it not feel like every week? It's something. I think they said he gave up 6 pressures in this game. I believe 6. That's
do we just kick Sheed to left guard and put Jordan Morgan at left tackle? Call it a day.
I think what you're probably going to do is, I hate to say it, but you'll probably end up moving on from Elton. I don't know if they will. They'll probably keep Banks. If it were me, what I would do is go to Elton, ask for a restructure. If he don't want that, okay, I'm moving on from Elton. I'm moving on from Banks. I'm kicking Jordan Morgan to left tackle. And then I'm probably taking another swing in free agency this year to try to shore up the offensive line and a couple of draft picks as well. You got to get this fixed. This is what beat us against Philly last year in the playoffs.
We talked about it. We talked about it all offseason.
Yeah, it's still a problem, man. Coach said he agrees with you there, Tim. He said, I don't hate that, Tim. So,
spitball in here.
Well, that's because, why not get your first rounder out there, right, Tim? Give him a shot.
And we know he's a left tackle, right? And obviously for Sheed being a 7th rounder, like, he's playing phenomenal football for a 7th round draft pick, but I don't think it would be in a pinch too much to ask Rashid to just kick inside to left guard and put Morgan out there at left tackle. But that would mean we've got even bigger problems than we already have on this O-line. I'm with you, Clay. I think when we start putting together our positions of need as we build our draft board, it's center and interior O-line. Right away.
And possibly left tackle, right, Tim? Like we don't know if Jordan Morgan is going to be a great left tackle. We're assuming it because that's his. They've been playing him at right tackle in practice all week.
That's true. So now you've never really seen him at left tackle at the NFL level,
right? So
and you know what the problem? You've got a triangle with your guard center or your center tackle. And both of your guards get beat vertically and then inside and cross behind the center. Like, all this is happening behind Sean Ryan. He's at the line of scrimmage. Right. Why is the defender 6 yards in the back of the pocket by, a second into the play? Belton tried to get hands on. The dude crossed his face, and it was over. You over lunge it. Belton played left tackle at NC State last year. Left tackle. So, he's a rookie. There's a lot going on, but maybe you want to slide, protection to one side, but then you're worried about Kennard because Tom went out. There's just so many things that just brutal.
I agree with what Coach Lynn said there too. I think Belton did a decent job on that play because he recovered, wash him out, right? Get him out of there. Now, Kennard, I'm pretty sure we got his rights for the next couple of years, not necessarily under contract, I don't think, but in some kind of restriction. So maybe Kennard will be a part of this offensive line next year. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he should play right tackle. And again, keep in mind, guys, why is the offensive line playing so bad? One of the reasons is obviously Banks, it's looking like he missed on that, right? This is a backup guard playing starting center, right? This is a rookie 2nd-round pick playing out of position. He played left tackle his entire college career for the most part, right? And Darian Kennard, you traded a 7th-round pick for. So it's like, there's nothing here that goes, yep, that fell perfectly into place, other than Rasheed Walker is still your left tackle. And I think we would all agree he's not an all-pro left tackle, right? I think Rasheed is above average to good is where I would put him.
Looking at that front four right there, there's maybe one person that's on that O-line probably next year. And he's probably sitting at right guard.
Yep. Yeah. I agree, man. So you got to load back up and try again, man. We praise Goody all the time. Goody's done a hell of a job putting this roster together, but boy, he really missed on offensive line this year. At least it feels like it anyway. Got a super chat here. We'll hit real quick. Howling Whataburger with super thank you, buddy. Says, not sure if this is an unpopular opinion, but I'd like to see us hang on to Ryan if the contract is reasonable. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think Sean Ryan has played. Here's a hot take, probably ain't even a hot take. I think Mr. Nacho Libre's played way better than Aaron Banks this year. That's just my opinion, what I've seen on tape. Would y'all agree with that, or do you think?
I don't think that's not too hot of a take. I think that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm with you.
So as well, especially if he was able to still stay at guard. I honestly think he'd be even in better shape from where he came from the beginning, when he was basically cut off the team because he was, what they said, he was overweight or something, and missing all this other stuff going on. Yeah, I think he's played great, but it's just brutal that, it's I almost feel like the Bengals a little bit, not completely, but it's like you got a quarterback you spent a lot of money on, got a lot of talent. You need to be able to protect the dude. I mean, at least it's not Justin Herbert where he's taking 50 sacks this year. So I mean, we're lucky in that aspect, but still 20 plus isn't ideal. But to Whataburger, Clay, he also became a member earlier too. We threw it up here. We just missed mentioning it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the support, buddy. All right. Third quarter. And again, that interception right there, that now ties the turnover differential 1-1, right? So now, okay, that's neck and neck. You've still got the middle eight. You did win the middle eight, thank goodness. Or at least you would go on to win the middle eight. I believe, actually, yeah, you would win the middle eight, but they do score in the middle eight here because off that turnover, we're going 12-16 left in the third quarter. Green Bay's up 23-14, 2nd and 7 from their own 32. This is Bo Nix to Humphrey for 22 yards, all right? So they're going to get their offense back cranking again. I think we're in a nickel 4-2-5, 29 spur. Once again, notice McKinney was playing down in the box most of the day. To me, this looks like cover 3 match. We'll see what you guys think about it. It looks a little matchy to me. And let's roll the tape. Again, they're going to hit Humphrey for the big gain here. All right. And the reason I think match too is, you see Key kind of follow there, right? These guys are not man coverage here. They're just kind of floating and looking if and then, right? This looks like it's probably match as well. Does that make sense? So the threshold, Emilio, as you can see, we're looking at 8 to 10 yards, right? If he goes 8 to 10 yards, this now becomes man coverage. That's probably why Key goes with him, right?
Yep, absolutely. A little bit of confusion too. Quay and Bullard really aren't even – they're still trying to communicate while the ball's being snapped.
Yep, and then they hit another double move. Carrington doing the same thing that Key did, biting on the out, right? Bites on the out, and then he gets cooked. Again, the ball doesn't even go there, but he gets cooked, and then the secondary window is where they get you. So this is one of those that, like, the pass rush doesn't hit home. This is Bo Nix getting out of the pocket. Caleb's going to be able to do this too. He's going to be able to get out of the pocket, right? So you got to make sure you stick to that coverage. So you see here, first of all, we might as well mention it again. Sorry, that's not a rip move, and that is a hold. Okay,
what's that? Just a block, Clay? That's just somebody just blocking somebody.
I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know what, Emilio? Let's stop complaining. Let's say that is a block, right? How about this one right here, sir? Would you like to talk about that?
Oh, I didn't even see that one. That looks like a pretty close block.
You got another one right above him too.
Yeah, you're not talking about that, are you? You're not talking about that, are you, Tim?
That one right there.
Yeah, 3 holes.
Look at the guy down the white hat on. No, I see it. It looks pretty clean from here, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man. So then Bo just throwing a dime right here, right? And again, you can't ask the guys to cover that long. You just can't. So at the same time, you can't ask the defenders to not be upset that you're not getting that holding call, man. Just
right. But there's a timer too. What, after 4 or 5 seconds, find the nearest different colored jersey and just face guard him. I don't even care. I don't even care. I want to know what his breath smells like. That's how close I need you to that guy.
Yep. So that explosive will set you up for a score. Now it's third quarter, 9:07 left. So this is outside of the middle eight, but still kind of close to the middle eight too, right? Green Bay up 23-14, 2nd and 8 at Green Bay's 14-yard line. This is Nix to Sutton for 14 yards. I think this is quarters match. I just don't know why we're pressing the X. This looks like quarters match coverage. So essentially is if and then, right? If and then. So if you've got the 1 out here, if he goes vertical, this should be man coverage, right? That's quarters match, essentially. So with that being said, there is no 2 over here. So this safety already peeking inside. He knows there's no 2. So he's going to look to help over here most likely, right? Let's watch the tape. And Keyshawn, I don't know if this was the call or not. Again, 4-3, we got 4-3 over, which is a 57 front, okay? And just to explain that real quick, the over front equals 50. The wheel on the line of scrimmage, the weak side backer on the line of scrimmage equals 7. So that's what we call a 57 front. I think it's quarters match. He's the only one pressing on this play, right? Notice this guy isn't pressing. So either Key decided he was going to do that himself, or the call was if they go 3-by-1, play press over here, we'll give you help over the top. That could be the call too, right? So again, I think it's quarters match. Let's watch it. And Key just gets annihilated.
See, if you're going to play press, you got to do more than that at the line of scrimmage. You better get 2 hands in there and reroute his ass. You can't you can't allow that.
Right. Completely agree, Tim. Completely agree. Now, again, is Key expecting help? He kind of kicks inside, don't he, Emilio? Almost like he's expecting help over the top.
No.
See what I'm saying?
If you're expecting help over the top, I want you outside leverage 90% of the time. Unless I'm expecting a quick slant or something like that, why are you not punching with your left hand and leaving your right hand open to turn his shoulder back inside? He's already beat you to the outside once today.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Keyshawn got cooked, man. It was a rough game for Keyshawn Nix. Really was. And again, let's watch Bo Nix, see if there's any pressure. I mean, this is just, you don't even need to block. Get that thing out quick, right?
I mean, that's what you call a well.
Yeah. That's a perfect throw too, boy. I'm telling you, Bo Nix is the real deal. Like he dropped some dimes in this game, man. So I'm eager to see. Coach, did you see that the same way? You guys look for the comments there as we roll forward. We're behind on time. I want to know if Coach seen it the same way, if he's still in there quarters match. Because it's kind of strange that he was the only one pressed up there, unless that was the call. Hey, look, if they go 3-by-1, press the 1, and then make sure you got safety help over the top. In that case, Emilio, you're right. Play outside leverage, funnel it back to the hash.
Where helps always to the inside, always.
Definitely. All right, so there you go. Now it's a ball game, boys, as that would make it now Green Bay 23, Denver 21. Next play, third quarter, 1 second left, a final play. Green Bay's up 23-21, 2nd and 15, Green Bay's 23-yard line. This is Bo Nix throwing a touchdown pass to Franklin for 23 yards. This is the one we talked about, Emilio. I think it is Tampa 2. It's the only thing I can come up with. So let's watch it back, okay? We know we got half invert, though. It's nickel 4-2-5, Tampa 2, which the Tampa backer would be 58, covering the seam, okay? And then we got a half invert. What that means is cover 2 invert, this corner, Carrington, is going to cover deep half. Mm-hmm. The safety is going to roll over and cover the other deep half, right? And then here's what they get you on. This is a tight window throw. We play it pretty darn good. Because, again, when they're going to motion over here, right, you see bull kick over. It's definitely zone, okay? There's definitely no match here, I don't believe. So look at bull is going to pick here. You see the deep half unfolding, right? So deep half and then deep half out here. And then what they're going to do is run a little scissors concept. So this guy is going to go up and run a corner. This guy is going to go up and scissor inside for a post. And that makes a really tight window throw here. Watch them right. Last second. I mean, you can't play that any better. You got 2 guys.
You talk about winning the hat count. We got 4-on-2 here.
I mean, you played it perfect. Now, Bo's delivering the ball right now. He's anticipating, right? So if it is Tampa 2, like Emilio said when we were breaking this down in the post game, he is deeper than everybody else. It does kind of feel like a Tampa 2 look, a half invert Tampa 2, right? So he's kind of in place to play that. He just squares up because he probably thinks he ain't got enough hair on his ass to try to hammer that post. But he does, and he throws a perfect pop. I mean, look at that.
And I mean, shoot, for even him being back that far, even the spot zones, to the left and right of him being back 15 yards deep on that, I'm happy they carried it up that far, right? Because sometimes you get a defense that would sit right there at the 15, done. That's where your zone is, but you got to keep drifting. I think you got caught flat-footed. That's what happens when Quay's not out there, man.
Yeah, it's a good point. If you got Quay, again, that's what he does well is carry the vert, right?
Yeah, and I'm not mad at McDuffie, but it's just where McDuffie's downfall is in pass coverage, and it's nothing against him, but hey, he's just had a couple hiccups here and there in it. Saquon caught that one over him, tight, finger catch, but it's you get caught looking a little bit too much. You figure you lose where the threat is.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he carried. You saw McDuffie. He's carrying. Oh, if you just finish, just finish, and you might get a pick there.
That's it. Right. Exactly.
For sure, a PBU at least.
Exactly, because he's basically the deep center third at that point. When you're in Tampa 2 that deep, you need to help out the two safeties or corner and safety, whoever it is. But I mean, right over the hash marks, man, that's just tough.
Yeah. And then here it is from the pocket. And you see Bo Nix, he throws a hell of a ball here. Let's watch the pass rush. Goodwill to throw, and he's going to step up and deliver this thing. Look at that throw. I mean, that's just –
yeah, only 2 holds on that play.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tight window right there, boys. My goodness. I mean, that's – and you know what? I'd like to see Carrington bring the damn boom right there.
Over there, and maybe he coughs that up.
Yeah. Yeah, like right there, you can't just let him go. You've got to put it in his damn rib cage. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't mean to get mad here, but like that's – you can't just, he beat us. No. Hammer his ass.
Yeah, I don't want to see a punch for the ball there, Clay, right? At that point, I need you to wrap up, bite the ball with your helmet and your face mask, and I mean, you need to lock your hands behind his back and put him into the ground.
Especially with the throw taking him vertical like that.
Oh,
it's a high throw because it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
as being CV, the DB in that situation, you want to finish strong here.
Tim, I'm flicking
work for it.
I'm flicking the right stick so fast if that dude's jumping vertically like that. I'm trying to take his knees out. I'm trying to take the air out of his chest, whatever I can. But yeah, that's tough.
And listen, I know Keyshawn got cooked all day, but Keyshawn lays that hit. Keyshawn's thumping him right there.
For sure.
All right. So again, man, it's just it's a heck of a throw and a catch. And you see McKinney's looking back like, boys, how the hell did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my goodness, I can't be everywhere. So, again, huge play for Denver there. So now Denver leads 27-23. You still feel pretty good about where you're at here. Like, okay, we can go down, we can score, we can get, stay in this thing. Fourth quarter, 12:26 left. Denver up 27-23. 3rd and 4 at Denver's 45-yard line. We got a Matthew Golden sighting, boys. I'm excited to see Matthew Golden this week, man. 11 gun, Dubs right 1, okay? Dubs right 1, that's your Y flex, essentially. When I say right, if I say Dubs right, the right means strong right. Okay, that's what that means. If it's a dub set, the tight end is on that side. So when I say Dubs right 1, that means he is flexed at the 1 position. That's your tight end out here, okay? So again, 11 gun, Dubs right 1, 59, Haas fade, T safe. And what that all means is, again, you know what the 1 means over there. So the Dubs right 1 with the Y flex, we're going 59, which is going to be an out, okay? And a go here. And on the other side, we got Haas, but it's a Haas fade. So some people call it slot fade. Slot fade just means the slot is running a fade route, okay? Well, we don't know what this guy's doing in that concept, right? Slot fade, we call it Haas. Haas is when the 2 is a go, the 1 is a curl. So if we say Haas fade, then your 2 is going to turn into a non-fade route, if that makes sense. And then the T is just going to stay safe in here and block. Now, it kind of looks like you're going to see Rome out of the 2 up top run open, but the ball is already out, so that's why he looks open. I thought originally, oh, no, he threw to the wrong side. But nonetheless, this is Jordan. Watch him come to the line here. And just Golden is going to cook. Look, the ball is already out. Like, that's crazy. Look at what Golden has going on here, okay? The ball's already out. Jordan's got a guy diving at his knees, which is a penalty, by the way, in the pocket. I don't know if it got called on this play or not. But watch Matthew Golden here, late hands. What a hell of a –
He is a G.
He is a G, sir. So, again, this is just simply Jordan going, I'm going to throw to my guy over here. Let it rip. Great job by Matthew Golden. Telling you, Golden's going to be the real deal, man. And him and Jordan are getting on the same page with the hand signals.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And, I mean, if you look at this rookie season from MG, I'm sure a lot of us thought we'd see, some tutters by now and maybe some more targets. But bottom line is his rookie tape is full of him flashing with plays like this. I mean, this is not the first time we've seen him make a great late hands catch like this, run a great route. like you said, building that chemistry with QB1.
It's a great point, Tim. DJ was talking about it the other day. Because they do like a rookie draft each week, picking rookie players or whatever for their point scale, and they haven't really picked Matthew Golden. And he goes, man, looking at Matthew, I thought maybe my evaluation of him was wrong, but this past game, 3 catches, 50-some yards. Like I think they're we were kind of spot on with it where he's at. It's just maybe he just hadn't had the opportunities. And like we talked about earlier, that wrist, if he's already injured in this game playing with it, goes 3 for 3 for 50 with a banged up wrist. And I'm hoping he just, keep rehabbing it, keep getting it to, in better shape, and we're off. And just hat tip to E. Wilson there and picking up that blitz. You got to protect QB1.
Yeah, gave Jordan the time to let that thing fly.
Definitely.
And great body control by Golden too. I don't think we talk about that enough. At the end of the stem of that route, like him just kind of knowing his body in space and when to open up the shoulders, when to get the hands up. Like you said, Clayton, that's kind of an underrated characteristic of a receiver, especially a young receiver, is the late hands. It takes away that DB. If he's faced up on you, it takes his ability to make a play on the ball basically away from him. It makes it that much more difficult if your hands aren't up there, waiting for the football. So, again, you see it with Matthew Golden, man. Stuff that takes guys 2 or 3 seasons to kind of come into their own in this league. You're seeing him do it right now as a rookie, and it's a matter of time before he really pops.
I agree, man. So that would lead to a Green Bay field goal. So now it's 27-26. Broncos still lead. Fourth quarter, 9:03. Denver up 27-23. 4th and 2 at Green Bay's 41-yard line. This is Bo Nix to Sutton for 26 yards. We showed you one spot drop. We showed you several matches, cover 3 match, quarters match, right? Hafley said, hell, let's throw the whole playbook out and let's go cover 1 this time. I'm pretty sure this is the cover 1 look. We got nickel 4-2-5, 39 spur. So Zane playing the spur now with Evan Williams coming out of the game. So now you're down Quay. You're down – actually, is Quay back in now? I think Quay's in now. Yeah. So you were down Quay for a short bit. Now you're down Evan Williams, right? You're out Micah Parsons, obviously. You're out Zach Tom. There's a lot of players ended up leaving this game. Let's go and cover 1 will fire, okay? So the will backer – strong side of the formation is right. That makes him the Sam. This is your will, so he is going to fire here. So this is a cover 1, bring in 5. This is a will fire. Okay, you got a post safety off screen back here. Let's roll the tape. I think it happens down here at the bottom, right? If I remember correctly, to Sutton. So he sets him up. And again, he plays this kind of backwards, in my opinion. Why did you take the inside away? Now, maybe that's the call. It's not a cover 1 hole play, so you don't have a rat defender, right? It's not a robber play. You don't have a rat defender. So maybe they are taught if there's no rat, if there's no hole, play inside out. That could be the case. Typically, when you got a post safety, you play it outside in, right? You funnel them toward the middle of the defense, but you usually got that hole defender. So he definitely plays it with inside technique. Is there any indication up top how we play it? There's not really, is there? Because there's no immediate threat. He plays it inside out, don't he? Kind of looks like it right here. A little inside out as this guy's setting up for his man. Everybody else is in man coverage too, so it's definitely cover 1 man.
Yeah. I mean, dude was blocking Coop basically down the field. Tight end was just running vertical, just pushing Coop back. And, hey, you can't even get to your man. No worries.
Yeah, so what they're anticipating here is we need our 5-man rush to hit home. If it don't, then you use the sideline as an extra defender. So they are playing inside out, and Sutton just cooks him. And listen, man, this is – I say cooks him, but it's not like he's like there's not 3 yards separation, right? It's a perfect throw and catch. I mean, he puts that right on the freaking money, man. That's hard. It's a cover 1 call. You guys know, you watch this show. I hate man coverage with a passion. This is why. And again, it's tough against the run as well. Imagine if they had had a run play here that was on, right? Watch the defenders. Now, again, or even a screen. You would have everybody with they're just focused on their work, right? This guy is doing a little jam, probably a little illegal pick, to be honest with you. And then he's underneath here. Everybody's on their work. So if it is a run, a screen, a draw, something like that, you're just at a big disadvantage. But again, Bo Nix just stands in there tall and makes a heck of a catch. And there's nothing McKinney can do to help. He knows it. It's like, damn, that's a perfect throw and catch.
Yeah.
That's why I prefer the man looks more – your red zone packages. When you got a shorter field, less time, you can get away with some man looks like this, but this is too much open space here. I mean, like you said, great throw by Bo Nix, but honestly, he had more than one option. on this play. He could have threw that leak early, and that would have been, 40 yards up the seam too.
Yeah, and again, the protection's good, right, Amelia? You got a little bit of a stunt in the middle, a little TT stunt. It looks like. Watch the tackles; they're going to stunt. Quay's firing, but I don't know if it's a spy or not. I don't know if it's a spy or Quay just doesn't like the push he gets here because he just kind of stops, right? Kind of looks like a little mini spy, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
So he's the spy defender while the tackles do a little torch.
But yeah, you're right. It's one of those where everyone's manned up. You only have one safety high. That's it. Everyone's on an island pretty much. So you are banking on the 5 getting there. And you set your 2 off the edge. If Carrington, but the other thing is Carrington's playing bump and run, but no, you didn't get hands on him at all. Are we playing press and not, mirror match press, or are we trying to actually jam them and throw them off the route a little bit? We got to our issue, if we're not going to get there with the pass rush in 2 seconds, is we need to start disrupting timing on their throws, because that's the only thing that's going to give us that extra half second to let that D get there without, getting yourself put up in a pinch.
Yeah, and that would lead to a Denver Broncos 4-yard touchdown run. So Denver is now up 34-26. Let's go to the fourth quarter, 6:38 left. Denver up 34-26, 2nd and 8 from their own 36-yard line. This is Jordan Love's interception. And again, this is an inaccurate throw from Jordan, and this is Dontavion Wicks trying to reach back across. It hits him in the hands. He drops it. It gets tipped right to the defender. It's just one of those dang, right? 11 gun, dub nasty. We're going to F shift to 8-11 pony, can, Y zip will, X out, Z climb, F go, T safe. I tried to find the shortest way of typing that out, and there was no way around it other than I've got to call out every damn position here. So that's where we're at. 11 gun, dub nasty. The F is now going to shift to what we call 8-11 pony. Why do we call it that? The pony package is a double sidecar, right? Number 8 over here, number 11 here. That's why we call it 11 pony. From left to right, you always work. Now, you'll see Jordan is going to go, all right, can. He's going to can to the second play. And here is what we've got. Everybody gets the signal. We're going to go Y zip will. Love this. The Y is looking for the snap as soon as the ball snapped, or he's looking for the foot signal. That's when he starts his motion. Zipper motion with a wheel route down the sideline. Okay. That's what he's doing down here. And then we've got an X with an out. So Rome is just going to work the out route. And then you got the Z is going to run a climb route or a crosser here. Okay, he's just going to look for the open space. The F is going to run a go. So as the wheel clears out, the F, kind of like what Josh Jacobs said earlier, but he's just going to stay as the 2 here. And the T is going to stay safe and block. All right, so again, that's 8-11 pony. They're going to can to Y zip wheel, X out, Z climb, F go, T safe. You're going to try to hit the climb route here. Let's watch what Jordan does. There's your zipper motion. That's what zip is short for. Ball snapped. You'll see the climb. Now look at Jordan. He's already kind of fading back. He's filling the pocket, pressing. You didn't see this on Bo, did you, boys? You didn't see the pressure get pushed in his face like that. I mean, he's got a hand. Look at the hand right in Jordan Love's face. He's having to throw off the back foot again. And he's trying to throw Wicks open right here, but obviously throwing off the back foot goes behind him. Wicks gets a hand on it, and, of course, it gets tipped and intercepted. Hell of a play by the defense there too, man, the tip pass. So if we wrote it back, is there another option here? We'll be quick with it. Is there another option for Jordan to go with the football? Did he make the wrong read? Let's watch it real quick. There's nothing, right? I think
want that speed out at the top.
Yeah, that's it.
I was
right?
going to say, you hammer it to Rome, but you're still shorter of the sticks.
Yeah. And again, this was what was this play here? 2nd and 8. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think he made the right read because he sees, look at all that space, right?
That backer right there in between the hash marks is his tell right there. The fact that his hips are open and his back is to the spot where he's trying to put that ball.
Yeah. He's looking opposite direction. Jordan, again, it's the pressure that causes the interception, man. Yep. It is. Yeah.
And that's what made it a little bit late, right?
Tim, it's not like we didn't have the back there, right? The back was back there too.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with the protection. Let's see if we can blame somebody here. Who's at fault? All right. Let's watch it.
65.
So they're doing the coffee house again, right? Showing you that coffee house look.
Look at this pony package. Jacobs and Reed back there. Come on now.
At a late 8-11 pony, baby. All right, here we go. Rolls off. Let's watch the protection.
A loop.
Look, Sean Ryan, stay patient. Good job there, right? It's 65 getting bull rush, boys.
Told you.
Yeah. And he's even holding too. They didn't even call the hold. Look at him grabbing by the collar right here.
Shoot, next time tackle the dude.
Yeah, right. Might as well.
Yeah. It's just tough, man. Again, it's easy to look at, Jordan Love, bad throw. I mean, hell, again, look at where the hand was at, too. You're trying to just give your guy a shot. And I seen people roasting Dontavion Wicks. That's a tough catch, guys. He's got to carry as much. Look at all this space out here. In hindsight 2020, you want Jordan, hey, if you're going to throw that fadeaway, lead him left, but look where the pressure's coming from, right? He's got to get it by the right side of his hand. But if you had it to do over again, you'd like for Jordan to do that little hop back and then just lead him to the left, right? Yeah, but it's easier said than
like you said, you got to finish right to left across your body. What happens when your hand hits the helmet coming at you?
There you go.
It's true, because even if Jordan spins and extends the pocket a little bit there, you had help over the top on Wicks. So by the time he evades the pressure, maybe that throw's not there. I think he did what he could to try and get it to him. And fans want to drag Tay Wicks, it hits you in the hand, you got to make the catch. He's running full bore across the field, and that ball's behind him. That's not an easy catch to make. It's unfortunate that it ended up being a pick, but if our O-line holds up, that's probably a completion and a new set of downs for us.
Right.
So up to this point, I think we all agree the offensive line is the main. We do these chalk talks after a loss to go, what happened and why did it happen, right? To me, I think it's unanimous. The offensive line is the biggest issue.
Offensive line has been hard to watch, Clay. That's why I did it once after, and I was like, I'm just going to wait till chalk talk. I just can't even.
You might want to look away on these next two plays. All right. So here we go. Fourth quarter, you're still in this thing. You're down by 8. There's 4 minutes left in the game. Denver's up 34-26, 2nd and 7 at Denver's 41-yard line. And here comes the sack, the first of 2 sacks. All right. 11 gun nasty, Dubs left. We're going to go Z shift 2. So let's get the Z moving. The Z is Dontavion Wicks. So he's going to shift 2, trips right. And he's going to be a go. So he's going to run a go route here, a little stutter go, okay? And then we're going to have the F, which is the 3, is going to run an out route here. And then the X, which is Romeo, is going to run a climb route here. And then the Y is going to run a curl here. And then, of course, the T is going to stay safe. So once again, Emilio, 6-man protection.
6-man protection and no hot, like – you obviously have a hot read each time, right? But there's nobody looking when that hot's coming, right? Even with five-man pressure, you still probably want to get it out. Even if it was Wicks, look right as a snap. Like, just snap your head inside. If Love gave it to you a second into the play, you probably gain 8 yards there. But it's a long developing play against a pass rush that was getting after us, even when we had 6 in protection.
Such a long developing play.
Yeah, and the stun is what got home ultimately. It looks like.
And you see Jordan's trying to buy a little bit of time, and it's just no matter where he goes, man, there's somebody there, right?
I need a flat route or something.
Exactly, some kind of something, right? Like if the T has a swing there, you just dump that thing off. But at the same time, you're struggling to protect, so you want to keep these guys in. The other thing too is Rome here. You got to get more out of Rome right here. He's running a crosser, right? And watch him just get jammed. Like it's just like, Bub, you got to get loose there. You can't just kind of hang out there, right? Because again, if he
that dude right into the out route,
he really did, right? Like if he runs this, gives a little wiggle, and he's on his crosser, Jordan's probably stepping up, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to have that space right here." But Rome ain't nowhere near where he's supposed to be yet.
You're right. That's a good point. I mean, the protection broke down, but you're right. If Rome runs a little bit better route there, maybe Jordan can let that thing go, right? You throw it to where he's going to be, not where he is. He might be able to, float that ball in there for him, but just not a good route.
And let's look at the protection. So Jordan's having to step up because of the right tackle, because of the right side breaking down, right? As he steps up, Sean Ryan's tackling a man. That should have been a hold. And then Jordan it's like, holy cow, dude.
Yeah, at this point, Banks is like, screw it. I'm going down 2 just in case, man. I'm not messing with it.
I don't like the way Sheed looks here. I don't mean to be overly negative, but what's Sheed's ankles? He's like, I don't want to know. Yeah, you can't let your quarterback get blasted like that, right? Like, is it just me or did he look like he was looking backwards like, I don't want anybody to hit me in the ankle? You see, like, like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Attack that guy, man.
And I'd rather get 500 holding flags called than to see Jordan Love getting picked up off the turf every other snap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to protect your quarterback.
Almost on that zipper, Clay, almost I would like to have like a flat look for a second and then turn it up into whatever wheel you need to run, because there's just so much time that we're losing.
Yep, I agree, man. All right, next play, we're going to fast forward just a couple of plays. This is the 4th and 9 play. 2:33 left in the game. Denver up 34-26. And, this is Jordan Love getting sacked again. We're going 11 gun. Emilio's shaking his head. 11 gun, Dubs left, 689 F pivot, T swing. So right here, you got at least a swing pass attached, right? So let's see if anything gets any better here. But the 689 is real simple. It's going to be a dig, okay? And then you're going to have a post, I think, or do we have the Y? We don't have the Y specified here, do we? So I apologize. Dig. It almost looks like a slot cross, but it is a post instead of a crosser there, okay? So you got the dig, the post, and then you've got the go route here, okay? And then the F pivot out. And then, of course, you got the T swing. And he's kind of hanging back for a minute and then giving you the swing. So, again, the play call is 11 gun, Dubs left, 689 F pivot, T swing. And, let's just watch it unfold. Watch the train wreck here. Ball snap. Jordan looks left first, okay? They're showing – it looks like kind of like a cover 6 look to me. I could be wrong there. So where do you go with the football here? If you're Jordan, you got to think it's 4th down. If you just hammer the swing, what do you got there, right? You're not going to get the first down most likely. So he's trying to, okay, let me try to buy a little bit of time, try to get this thing deep, give somebody a shot here. This is probably the play you want to make right here, try to catch the inside leverage, let Luke flatten that thing off, right? That's probably where you want to go with the football. But it's easier said than done as Jordan's getting tackled by 3 Denver Broncos. So let's watch the protection. Who's at fault? Dude, 65's on – I about said the F word.
I know.
Woo!
I know.
That was a good save, Clay.
65 is on skate.
65?
Oh, look, yeah, hit me with it, Tim.
65%.
65%. That's what
Emilio's got it. He's on it. He was ready. He saw it right away. Somebody come look at this.
think technique, guys. Think of offensive line technique, right? Keeping your feet under you, squaring up, staying inside the shoulder pads, good base. And now watch 65. Watch 65's ankles. What in the hell is that?
Oh, man, that's what the one where Belton was just.
This is all right. Listen, we never do this, okay? But we're going to do it tonight. All right? We're going to do it to the Packers tonight. What the hell is this?
Who's there? Who is there that you're –
And it's tough. You know why
it's so blocking?
Tim, it's so tough because that's the wide D-line front. We talked about it for a while. Saleh ran it a lot with the Jets and everything. You get the tackles over the tackles, basically. Guards and centers are almost uncovered.
Yep.
Dude, I need you to find work. I cannot be looking at that.
Hell, Emilio, it ain't even just him. Look at 65 now.
No, yeah, that's terrible.
65%.
65%. That's what
Unbelievable.
I just need a second. I know we're way over on time, but I just need a second here to appreciate this. And there's people going, Jordan Love ain't clutch. Jordan Love collapsed in the 4th quarter. What do y'all want him to do? Lord have mercy.
I mean, can we go back?
I don't want to, but yes, we will.
Okay,
what do you want to see, Tim? What do you want to see?
So he's going through progression, right? Look at the stripe, right? So he knows that his right guard and right tackle are cooked right here.
Right. And he's trying to just give.
He's trying to exactly. He wants to get that flat route to. Is that Musgrave running across there?
Little crosser, flatten it off, right? Flatten the crosser off. Yeah.
Right, and then your safety valve is Chris Brooks to your left. What I'm looking at is break the hell out of there, Jordan. Run right behind Chris Brooks. Run laterally if you have to, and maybe make something happen. But it's just so quick. I mean, we're watching this slow down 100 times.
Right. It's 65 is. I mean, he's giving him a lap dance. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I would love to see what Mike Wall had to say about that because it's hard to watch. Like, if we go 50% right here on Aaron Banks, watch the feet. What in the hell is that? It's tough, man. It's tough.
And I don't know, what was Brooks supposed to chip there? Because, like, you see, it almost looked like him and Sheed were going to engage the same Same defender.
I think it was just a delay swing, to be honest with you, Tim. That's what it looks like to me. Is like ball snaps, so he's just all right. Let's get out here, right? Yeah, I think that's what it was. Just a T swing, and you kind of sell it like you're going to block. And what you're looking to do is get these guys get a little bit of depth, right? Because you think, okay, he's staying in the block. Let me protect on the backside here, but it's tough, man. It's tough to watch. Anyway,
brutal.
Yeah, tough watch at the end. We'll bounce back. Thank you, Coach. I needed that. Well, I'm going to end it with a positive on purpose. Okay, that's what we're going to end it. So even with all that, your defense stood tall. There was a minute 12 left, 4th and 1. Denver's up by 8 points. Give you guys a chance, right? 4th and short. Watch Adrian Cooper make a play right here. Just get down in here. And also Kobe Wood and the general good push, right? I think Carl Brooks gets good push here in the middle too. I love that look too, by the way. They're going to give it to the fullback. Bang. And again, look at the push already. Look at these guys up front getting in here, right? And watch edge out here on the outside. Just get in there and grab that cat. Get your ass back here. All right, we got the stop. Bang, right? Lands on his shoulder too, kind of slow to get up there a little bit. But again, this is the camera. Look at Kobe, right? Submarine is sacrificing his body. Look at Carl. Good leverage, getting inside, blowing that thing up. That slows it down for Coop to come around the edge and make the play. So again, the defense did not give up. I know they gave up 34 points. I got you. We also lost the turnover differential, but again, they stood tall there at the end to give your guys a shot. Here's the problem. You want to know what happened after that? Incomplete. Anthony Belton false start. Incomplete. So this is going to surprise the hell out of everybody, but the offensive line had a penalty on the final drive. So got to get it cleaned up. Now, listen, I'm going to say something. You guys know I don't like throwing people under the bus. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know more than an NFL coach, but I do not know why Butkus still has a job. You guys know I don't throw coaches under the bus. I don't. I was patient with Joe Barry. When people were calling for Matt LaFleur's job, I'm going, what the heck are y'all talking about, right? Same thing with when we watched the special teams tape with Rich Bisaccia. I was the one going, guys, slow your roll here, man. Slow your roll. I don't know how he still has a job because ever since Butkus took over as offensive line coach, right, and Adam Stenavich was promoted to OC, the offensive line had done nothing but go backwards. Nothing, right? And again, we see it whether you're looking at PFF, you're watching the tape. Every week you go, damn, Josh Jacobs is making chicken salad out of chicken you know what every single run, right? Mm-hmm. Now, that duo call earlier was great. Don't get me wrong. That was good offensive line play. But it's like, at what point do you go, you know what? We need to go out and find the brightest, sharpest, young offensive line coach that we can find. We need to find the Coach Covington of offensive line coaches.
I think we're at that. That's the point. I think we're there.
Yeah.
I totally agree, Clay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't expect Jordan to, have any, he's going
to get killed, Tim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how is he going to elevate? How is he going to get us to that next level if, he's got to play like, Caleb Williams and just run for his life as soon as the ball snaps.
Caleb Williams got a decent line in front of him, Tim. You know what I mean? Like he's actually getting some protection. For us, it's like, dude, we can't get pushed forward on a run play, and we're getting blown back on passing. We cannot hold like the tug of war. We're losing each battle. Like they have way too much rope, and we are getting cooked every time, pass or run.
And we see how deadly Jordan can be when he's in rhythm, right? Top of the drop.
Oh, man.
Get to my second or third read, bam, hammer the throw. Well, he's not even getting to the top of the drop on some of these. It's that bad. So, yeah, I'm with you, Clay. I think that this is the point. At what point do we need to start thinking about bringing in some new blood here with the O-line direction? I think we're there. I think if we're not there, we're knocking on the door. We're getting real close.
Did y'all hear that? I think we talked about it. Ryan's pod where he went through the past 20 years of PFF. Like this is like the worst O-line grades that we've had. I mean, you could tape confirms that. I'll be honest.
It does. You're right. And that's what we're looking for. We're not looking to just go, okay, only PFF. Not that Ryan does that. He watches the tape too.
Yeah.
But you look at the PFF grade, right? You watch the tape. You listen to former offensive linemen talk about the game. You kind of take everything and make your own, conclusion. Take multi angles. It's why I'm going to come back to this super chat, Howling. Thank you so much for that, buddy, because we're kind of talking offensive line here. Packer Doug says, fair question, Clay. I'm not sure what Adam Stenavich does. So Matt LaFleur confirmed earlier because people were going, man, do you think you need to get Steno back in there? And he said he's with the offensive line all the time. But again, he's the offensive coordinator. We know he's not the play caller, so he's definitely got more responsibilities than he had. Why not just back up and go, Steno, you're in there full time. You're the offensive line coach again. And maybe they're doing that behind the scenes trying to fix stuff. I don't know.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, though, man. When you go out, it almost feels like Goody said, okay, look, we know the offensive line's a weak spot. Let me go out and overpay for an offensive lineman, and let's shore this up. And he swung and missed. That's what it feels like with Banks.
Yeah, with Banks. But other than that, like you can't say that this is just a personnel issue. I mean, we've got injuries, right? We lost Big E. We lost Zach Tom. It's not great. Like you said, we've got a backup guard playing center right now. I mean, it's not ideal, but you can only go with personnel so much. And you got to figure out what's going on with the, we talk about setting protections. What are the protections? What protections are being set? What direction is the O-line going? And you're talking about pass pro. We've had issues with run blocking. Same thing. And normally that's an O-line's bread and butter, right? Get downhill and run block. And we've struggled with that at times. So I don't know if you can just put this on, on a bad free agent signing. Or a missed draft pick or something. I think it might be a little deeper than that.
And what I was saying is I think that Goody recognized we're in bad shape here. All right, let me go out and just get one in free agency, and he just got the wrong one. And that happens. Yeah. That doesn't mean Goody should be on the chopping block. People miss all the time, right? It's rare that he misses on free agents, in my opinion. I mean, he's hit on some studs over the years. Obviously, the Smith brothers were great when they first signed them. Yes. Obviously, Xavier McKinney, Josh Jacobs,
Rasul Douglas.
Yeah, there you go. So, but Coach Lynn says because his name's Buckus, that there could be something to that. Maybe we've been sabotaged this whole time, right? Let me go back to that super chat. We'll wrap up before my wife kills me. Howling says, have you guys talked about if Half tries to use Cooper like Parsons yet? The thing that when you say use him like Parsons, to me, what that means is you want him to play defensive end. I don't think we'll do that. Now, we've seen less and less of Edgerrin Cooper rushing the quarterback. Notice I didn't say blitz. I said rushing the quarterback because we will run fire zone blitzes where we're actually only bringing 4, right? Simulated pressure. You're bringing 4 with the illusion of bringing a lot more than that. And Cooper was rushing more last year, and it was very effective. You're going to see more of that. I don't know if you can bet on over-under for sacks for Edgerrin Cooper, but look, if you can, look for that here in the near future because I think Cooper's going to be more involved with the quarterback rushing. But in terms of using him like Parsons, he's not going to line up as a defensive end. You're just not going to do that. So I think what you'll see is Gary and LB in on the outside with a mix of Enigbare. Enigbare, I think, might become your joker. Based off what we've seen in the second half of this game, it almost looked like he was the backup joker. We showed you a Joker 2 look with 55 playing Joker. That was also a cheetah package, so they'll probably continue to press into the cheetah package. But Carl Brooks being healthier makes me feel a little bit better that he's back because you're going to need that extra beef up front for sure. So hopefully that answered your question, Alan. We appreciate the super chat, buddy. Anything else, boys?
Just to piggyback off that, I think our best foot forward is using Edge Cooper as the stack backer that he is and letting him continue to do what he does. I don't think we're going to see him coming off the edge like that. I mean, we talked about that at camp. We saw him working with the edge group and, a lot of times it wasn't, rushing off the edge. It was kind of that simulated Joker look or something in the middle, touch spy, something. I don't think the answer to trying to fill the Micah Parsons void is Edge Cooper. I really don't. I think we're better suited with him doing what he's been doing for us since he got here and just letting him play in the middle.
Yeah, Tim, because we could run a couple of stunts up front, slant maybe the D line to one side and scrape Coop from the backside all the way back across, loop him around. We've seen him do that before and get home on it. It's just what part of the bag are we going to have to go into? Halfley's got to dust off some of the corners. We can't be just running cover 3 with 4 down rushing and just switching up some stunts here and there. We got to get a little creative back there.
I agree. And off the edge, I'd rather see more JJ and Igbare, to be honest, because he's had some moments, man, playing with his hair on fire this year, and that might be a guy that could step up, and really help.
Who wants to play for contract? Who wants to play for a payday?
Absolutely. Right. Cut him loose, man. Might as well. What do we got to lose at this point, right? We already lost, our $100 million man. So I say let Enigbari loose, man. Let him go.
Yeah, Daryl in the chat says Carl Brooks, good defensive end / defensive tackle. That's another thing too. Carl Brooks got that versatility to be able to kick outside a little bit, right? We've seen that in college with him, and I think he'll play good football down the stretch here. But anyway, that's it, guys. I was starting to laugh while you were talking to me. I wasn't making fun of you or anything. I got that image burned in my mind of Anthony Belton standing there. Nobody around. It's like, what the hell are we doing? It looked like a Madden glitch where you get mad. It's like, what?
Like, bro, you can't get a hand on anybody. You can't even just flick somebody or something.
Yeah. Wow. All right, that's it, guys. That's Chalk Talk. Packers drop a tough one there on the road in Denver. You had it right in your hands. You end up losing 34-26, middle 8, 17-7. Green Bay wins that. Denver ends up winning the turnover differential 2-1. That was the difference in the ball game. We get the reset. We get the Bears coming Saturday night. The Rams game. Kevin Dotson being helped off the field. That looked bad. We get the Rams and the Seahawks playing right now. 4th and goal. I'm going to give you a little play-by-play at the 1-yard line. The Rams got the ball. They're going to fake the handoff. Stafford back of the end zone, wide open, touchdown. And that's going to tie it up most likely if they hit the extra point. So it's 7-7. We'll see what the flag is here. Is Matthew Stafford holding his arm? That's weird. Let's see here what the flag is. Oh, no. Was that on deep? No, it was on offense, wasn't it? Was that on the offense? I think it was. Ineligible maybe? Or maybe he ran out of bounds. Nonetheless, that's going to take points off the board. Yeah, McVay looks mad here. So, again, Seattle's leading 7-0. Probably going to have to settle for a field goal. You guys want a good laugh, go look at their kicker. My man been hammering the beers, dude. I'm telling you, he's been shot.
Is that the thicker kicker?
I think that is the thicker kicker.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, this dude, he's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, bro.
Thick.
He putting all that ass behind that kick, no doubt about it.
So. No. He doesn't need a leg if that's what you got, Clay.
There you go. It is what it is. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Thank you all so much. If you were new here, this is your first time tuning in, welcome into PTA. Appreciate y'all making us a part of your evening. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified when we go live in the future. Like tomorrow, there will be multiple live streams. We'll try to get in here tomorrow evening. If everything works out, I'll see what the plans are. We'll do some kind of PFF preview, give you guys their strengths and weaknesses, all that good stuff. So appreciate everybody. Tim, Emilio, thank y'all, man.
Absolutely.
Glad to be back. Happy to talk some ball with you guys again. Missed you, fellas.
I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Emilio, go play Battlefield. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. This is PTA. My name's Clayton. That's Emilio. That's Tim. Go, Pack, go.
Here we go.
We're out. Bye, guys.